The nigga swung his body to the side, and that's how.
久しいな、ニコよ。久しいな、ニコよ。もらい受けた。
Alright, so it's been about a year since I 100% completed Sekiro, which yes, I am gonna mention real quickly because while looking through the Steam achievements, it appears that a large amount of the people who pick this game up either on a Steam sale or whatever, they haven't even gotten past Owl, which is a shame because that's when the game sort of picks up. But anyway, since then it's been constantly nagging me in the back of my mind. Once in a time I'll pick the game up and replay it again and again and again because it's simply just that good. So in this video I'm going to be presenting some reasons why I love it, and I really just wanted to give it some of the appreciation it earned and sort of show it off. Maybe inspire some people to play it along the way. The gameplay is smooth. I think that's the best way I can put it. It's almost perfectly crafted to instill satisfaction. And to top it all up, the animations are flawless. A staple of Souls games, each boss is its own jigsaw puzzle, but what Sekiro does very differently is having a lack of variety. There are only 5 real options for upgrading Wolf, and there are no alternate weapons besides the katana. By collecting 4 prayer beads, you are able to upgrade your health gauge and your posture gauge. Posture is basically your guard. If you miss a timing while parrying, the spell will rise. And if broken, there are, well, bad things happen. By beating a main boss, you'll gain a memory which can be claimed to increase your attack power. And the other way you can increase your attack power is getting these thingies, sugar. Yeah, you do not want to fucking miss out on these babies. These will fucking carry you, I'm telling you now. And of course there's divine confetti. I'm gonna be real, the combat arts are pretty fucking useless. I never fucking used them myself, but some of them look pretty cool. And to be honest, I feel kind of similar about the prosthetics as well. Besides the flashy animations, which by God are beautiful, I didn't find myself actually using them while playing the game. But this lack of variety creates a unique balance of consistency and challenge. Let me explain. Due to the lack of choice, the player is presented with one final option, which is simply get good enough to beat this. The bosses are a roller coaster of finely tuned challenges, stepping stools, each designed in a way to teach the player, to give just that slight bit of leniency that allows for you to learn the beauty of the combat system. And with each one you beat, with each tower that is felled, you gain a sense of confidence for the next. You learn to apply what you had learned in that previous fight forward. A good example of this is Kiseijuu. The first time I had fought this guy, I remember being scared. I remember feeling like a hedgehog on a highway. I mean, you literally start the game with this guy whooping you sideways. But after a while, I started to understand that the game was trying to make me push forward. It was trying to make me stop being a coward and start being aggressive. Only with this realization was I able to beat him. In a similar regard, Owl does this exact same job. If I was a hedgehog on a highway before, I'm still a hedgehog, but now I'm on the wing of an airplane. And just like Kiseijuu, the game pushes you to be uncomfortable and aggressive, to learn and adapt to the combat system. His sword is wide, which prevents you from getting away from him. He frequently mixes up his movement and throws out balls of gas which prevent you from healing. And there are minimal windows to get your hits in. But by prevailing and overcoming this mountain, by picking up on these patterns, you quite literally climb the stairs of mastery. But what is all this for, I hear you asking? The game's ultimate end goal, The swords say it. The final step. You are now battle hardened, ready for one last climactic battle against him. You return to where it all started. A memory from the past echoes, but it is nothing to you now. You're focused on the final culmination of all you've learned, all the skill you have gained, all the times you've died, all for one true final test. Going blow for blow against a god. You're constantly kept on your toes, but you are able to keep up. Almost everything that has been taught to you appears in this fight, all blended together in a vicious smoothie. And it's up to you to not only be able to recognize, but react to them accordingly. You already know my boy Ishin stays strapped, but seriously, the amount of wrenches that are thrown into your gears throughout this fight is amazing, which is where the true beauty in this battle shines. If you've made it this far in the game, you have everything you need to beat it, and you know it, you feel it. You keep heading back, time after time, death after death. At this point, it's nothing but you and the sounds of swords clashing. The game truly does a good job at highlighting this, and once beaten, a divine sense of completion is set in waves throughout your body. Now, if somehow you still don't want to play this game yet, we're going to take a little trip and I'm going to show you how beautiful this shit is. This game loves red, and I do too, so I can appreciate the amount this game uses it. Certain enemies have red eyes, like this fish who, long story short, used to be a pot. When delivering a final blow, the circle is red. The blood which you're constantly surrounded by is red. It's safe to say this colour is a motif. It's used to highlight the amount of violence and death that takes place. For example, these monks, which long story short are bald and corrupt. Oh yeah, and they use the steroids, which I told you about earlier, so watch out for that, I guess. Anyway, they're surrounded by these red trees which really makes the environment pop. You can see it in the distance at the top of the castle, where it sharply contrasts with the snowy mountains of Ashina. Alongside this, orange is used plenty. Wolf is covered in these orange garbs. Fire is everywhere and slowly spreads throughout the game. And the orange sparks that fly off swords in combat. This subliminal colouring really helps draw you in and get more immersed. These violent reds and oranges are consistently contrasted with pinks and purples scattered throughout the game, which really help balance out all this violence with beauty. However, and bear with me here, in many cases this beauty is turned to violence. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope I was able to highlight some of the experiences that make this game worth playing. There was a lot that I left out, but this game is extremely old and very well documented by now, so I didn't really feel the need to include that stuff. I'd rather you find it yourself, if anything. I do plan on making a few more videos about this game, because there's just so many abnormalities and random tidbits that I know about and want to share. So look out for them, I guess.